one of the biggest
Oh
things.
shit.
Like,
We
bro,
got the guest in the building.
yeah, all right, pull him up.
All right. So we got Nightmare J Pyro, who is on Never Forget 5, September 20th, battling Liu Kane. Give it up, y'all, for Nightmare J Pyro.
What it do? What it do? Salute social. Salute Pablo. Salute chat.
Salute, brother.
The little man.
It's good to have you up here. It's good to have you up here. I feel like you're in the running for virtual battler of the year, so it was only right to have you up here.
Appreciate it. Glad to be here.
Word, word. So now I put out a poll, right? And it got 60% said that they think you should be in the running for battler of the year. 40% said no. I strongly disagree with that. Pablo disagrees with
Yeah,
that.
I think absolutely it's got to be at least in a run. Even if you want to say number one, but in the running,
In the running for
I don't
sure.
even feel like you could even say no to that. Like,
Right, right. Now, how many battles have you had this year?
Ah, shoot. Want to say what 6 or 7? Let's see. Tweaks the Lockhart. Tweaks the Lockhart. Swagger Dunn. Clip Collar Young. Rio. Crisis. Me. About 7 or 8 battles.
That's there's some fucking names in there.
right,
And he
right.
has not taken a clear loss to anybody. So the, there's how can you say he's not in the running for this? I don't understand.
I didn't see the Lockhart battle. I actually just heard of him recently when Rack was playing one of his battles, and he's fire. So I definitely want to go check that battle out for sure.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
didn't get a chance to watch that one either, but the Teeksta battle was dope. Um, yeah, man. So how do you feel about that? Do you feel like you should be in the running for that shit? I mean, I assume, right?
Fuck the running. I'm number one right now.
Right,
On the
right.
club nightmare.
That's how you should feel. That's how you should feel, man. Like it, yo, man, you're up there, bro. Like there's a few other cats, but like you're fucking up there, man. You have the battles. You're consistent. I don't know, man. It's gonna be a tough decision at the end of the year, I think.
Yeah, I gotta step up because man, it's like my whole career been crazy, even up to this point. So, uh, this month officially makes 3 years I've been just battle rapping alone outside of music and stuff like that. So to get the just dues is one thing and all that, but it's just an honor to God all or whatnot. So can't nobody take that from me. You know what I'm saying? I put in a lot of work, been there, been here, been there, whatever. So that 40%, I appreciate y'all. Keep that same energy at the end of the year though.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah, right,
Right,
right.
right. Oh fuck. Yeah, I think the first battle I seen from you was against Seizure, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, mine too.
I mean, it
shots.
was good, but you've definitely evolved since then. I feel like it feels like I'm watching a completely different battle. You know?
Less health hiccups, less all of that. Like I've been, because a lot of like the health reasons was affecting a lot of my performances and a lot of that. But that battle, to my late grandfather, that's one of his favorite battles too. Shout out to Caesar, my brother Christ. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, he
That
was.
was yeah, that was one of his favorites. And he's critical too. Like he'll let you know, like man, that was trash, man. You gotta get back. But he enjoyed those. You know what I'm saying? So that was an honor just to even do that, even with the health situation was going on. Like I'm in a better space now, better health wise. So um, I learned a lot on how to adapt to the situations throughout, and then online, offline. And then I got a tight knit support group too that helps me too. Like make sure that I'm good, make sure I'm getting the proper rest, make sure that I'm where I need to be. And then when I hit the ring, it is what it is. So I'm just appreciating the journey to even go toe to toe with juggernauts like that. So, and salute to y'all to support too.
Mm,
Salute you. I see
That's
y'all.
dope. Something you just said right there is the support system. I feel like
yes.
is key,
Yes.
but also the health issues because I mean I've dealt with the same shit. That's such like a warrior mentality though, is to like
Yeah,
even take battles when you know you're not at 100%. So it's not even like you're just fighting through the battle of your opponents. Like you're literally battling other circumstances at the same time as that. So it's like for people to, in a poll or something, someone goes, "Oh, he didn't win this battle," but like they might not even know all the other shit. It's like I was battling 5 different battles at once, and like for me to still do that good, I'm like, I feel like I'm the fucking best. Like,
yeah. Like
Yep.
I enjoy
N-
it. So
Now, I said something earlier that you something that you and Pablo both do that I feel like every virtual battler should do is
mm,
you have a playlist of all your battles on your YouTube page.
man,
So it's easy to find. I feel like every virtual battle rapper should do that. Like I
that's
noticed the views aren't that high, but either way, you should have them all in one spot because you never know. You never know when this shit could blow up and somebody could be like, oh, Nightmare J Pyro, let me go check out his, you just never know.
mm,
So that's a good way to promote your shit. So
right. Well, even if they come across one, say I always look at it like this. Like say someone comes across one of your battles, and maybe it's like not your bet, like it could be a battler like oh, I have better ones than that, but that's the one they find. You want
yeah,
to make sure it's in a playlist, that way the fact that they did come across you, and if they rock with it, they think it's fire anyway, it's like, oh, you think that's fire, then wait till you see these ones, like my even better work. That's why I feel like it should always be like in one place, like together like that in a playlist, because sometimes YouTube will suggest playlists like that. Like even when you're just scrolling through, it'll be like, instead of if it's just the battle itself, YouTube suggests playlists sometimes. So you never know like how that's gonna get more.
very often I get suggested playlists for stuff. Yeah.
that's how I be finding out shit too. Like, and I'm big on artists owning their content too. Like for like even leads that I work for. Hey, can I share that? Yeah, man, push the culture, man. That's what we're here for. Like everybody. Like I got a playlist with like my whole career. It's like over like 100, close to. It ain't near 200 yet, but that's my entire from the start of being on Undiscovered Gems um to going over to Bigo and being around Bunny Godiva and being in that tournament and to jump out to where I'm at now, like the face offs, everything. And then it's in a chronological order too. So that way for the new people that come aboard, because there's people, I remember being at Wendy's one day and going to the airport and somebody stopped me. You're that Pyro guy, right? I'm in Boston. You know what I'm saying? My people all out there too. Shout out to
That's
them.
dope.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fire.
And I was out there and somebody did. He was like, I can't believe I met Pyro. I'm like, I appreciate it. And I was just battling at the Rookie in New York. So, and from the region I'm from, it's a small region. Ain't too many people from there doing that. So that says a lot. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just proud to, even at the stage of my career and at my age where I'm at, just to be able to get out there and to put on too. Because not just, it's more than just the battle to me. It's more of the inspiration, what I get from the artist, and plus we both leave with something out of the ring, and then somebody's enlightened or whatever the goal, to God all. Like he leads me into whatever and wherever, how my approach to battles and stuff like that too. So for anybody that, it's a lot of people that even now, I just got a text that was like, hey, somebody had tuned me into your battle, woo, woo, we should do something, woo, woo. So you never know who watching. I remember Smack pulled up John the Dunn over on IG when I Bars Over the Ground Volume 2 is my second time on Bar You to Death. And Dr. Jir stepped in. I had a no-show. had like 5 no shows starting out in my career. And John was one of the judges, and Jerry's Wi-Fi and stuff was messing up. And you know, we had went back and forth, and then I met Till and Kel, Married to the Bars, and we set the battle up, and that became Battle of the Night. You know what I'm saying? So, and to watch where we're at now, Jared went all the way to the tournament, the bullpen. Then John had that, and that's something. And Smack White pulled up to the venue, and like Smack was gonna do me an IG story for a price. You know what I'm saying? So to look at that, look back on that to where it is now, like it pays off to have that playlist because people can just go right to it. So yeah,
and to have it in order,
Yeah,
that's super
I don't
important.
even
Like,
think I've ever heard of someone doing that. Like
yeah, that
the
because he
like
does
the
have
battle chronicles,
he
but to
has
have
two
the
set.
face offs and everything like that's
Yeah, he
solid.
has two separate playlists. One of them is just the battles, and then the other one is his whole fucking battle rap career from face offs to whatever, just fucking there's like 100 and something videos in there. So definitely go subscribe and check that out because that's dope. And Pablo actually, interestingly enough, he started off his battle career with a lot of fucking no shows as well.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
In person too. Like a
man,
lot. So yeah, man, it's tough. But
yeah, it's definitely discouraging when you're like newer and like you have this fire in you and you're like, oh, I can't wait like to display this talent, or maybe like just some of the shit you wrote, you're like, oh, this is so fire, and then for the person to not show up, and it's just like, like especially if it's more than one, if it happens like 3 times in a row, it really starts to be like, man, what the fuck? Like, this is
yeah,
getting ridiculous. Like, what am I doing this for? Should I So to keep pushing after that and just to be on the run you're on right now, like that's fucking fire, bro.
yeah,
Fuck them
absolutely.
no shows.
Yeah, fuck the no shows. Hazy asked, Pyro, what's your go-to battle in virtual you want smoke with? So I'm guessing he's asking like who is is there anybody that you're gunning for, like specifically one person?
um, I'm getting ready to battle them in September and then one in December. But I just want to the person. Well, there is one innovate.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And me and him, he's the only one out of the 4 because I battled Quantum on Bloody New Year on Married to the Bars on Caffeine. Yoshi G pulled up to that live. I battled him
Yeah.
right after my birthday, and I was 15 battles in. I was a rookie, and they still debate who won that battle.
Fire.
So I already battled Rio and Clip. So innovate. He had showed me props, and I met Innovate in person when I was at the last Bar Your Death event, and when I battled Revenue, and me and Revenue was pushed back so much, and when it finally happened, it was a Bar Your Death classic. So Innovate, but I say like Luke Kane since he wants that spot too, and then I got Yo twice in December, the day before my birthday. So those two.
That's dope as fuck.
Right.
That's dope as fuck. That's gonna be a fucking crazy battle. You and
Yeah.
Yo. That's gonna be a crazy battle. I'm excited for that one. Damn man. So if you keep up the consistency, especially what you showed in your last battle, like and it just in general, how consistent you've been, and you stay on that for the rest of the year with these battles and these opponents, because it's not just the amount of battles, it's also who you battled and the names you've battled and the names that you have coming up. They're not slouches. So it's there's a very good chance that you will be battler of the year.
Yeah.
Right, because you got to think like other people that they're putting in there, like
Innovates
I would have
in there too.
Innovate up there, but all this shit that happened with him, it almost feels like he had to like redeem himself and come back. So, but also when you're looking at something like that, like clear wins, I feel like some of these people they've been having fire battles, but how many clear wins? Pyro has clear wins over strong competition.
Yes.
Like undeniable,
Facts.
bro. Like so, I feel like that definitely comes into play. Like,
Yep.
Yeah, I'm on my Tay-Rock right now.
There you go. Fucking
right.
right. And you're from Texas, right?
Yeah, I'm from straight out of East Texas. Straight
Okay,
out of
word.
yeah.
Word.
Out the
Shout out to
sticks.
Texas. Shout out to Texas, man. Yeah, he got a crazy list of battles, man. Like, there's a lot of dope names on there. A lot of dope names on there.
It was
That
not no easy feats. I'm gonna tell you that.
yeah, man. And who you got somebody coming up? Rubber Ducky or something.
Yeah, Rubber Ducky Russ. Like he been around for years and all that. So I think this is his first time stepping into the virtual. And then I also before that, um, only the real battle league. Shout out to Poe. I had battled over there in spaces like 2021, 3 years ago. If Enes was one of the judges and I beat one of the artists. So Metalhead been calling me out for 3 years or whatever. So I got to see him before Rubber Ducky. So I'm gonna make an example out of him since he wanted that fade for 3 years. They got some dope battles too. They just had Swamp on one of their cars too. But
Oh
yeah,
shit. Okay.
I got Rubber Ducky Russ. He's fired. He been around for a long time, but
I heard he's dope. I heard he's dope.
The name sounds wicked familiar.
It does sound wicked familiar. It does sound wicked familiar. When I saw it on the flyer, I was like, damn, I was like, that name, man.
he pulled up into my live the other day on IG. He's like, "Salute, legend." I'm like, "Salute."
Where did he battle? What leagues did he battle in?
I gotta go look. I got his playlist on my I want to say he was on TOS Battle League. He been on some leagues though.
Okay.
I gotta go back and look at the playlist from I know he been around at least 7, 8 years. You know what I'm saying? So this is first time I think going into the virtual realm and shit or whatnot.
Okay.
But I gotta go back and look.
I'm gonna look right now.
Yeah,
Right.
he ain't got shit on me though.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the confidence must be high right now too, just on the run you've been on. Like, I feel like that just plays into it going into the future battles. Like,
oh yeah, he's been on iEvolve TV, which is out of Boston, I believe. Yeah, they're out of Boston or somewhere in Massachusetts.
right.
Yeah. Damn. Okay.
He been around and that's the thing too. Like all of the way I'm right now. Like I don't know. I guess it's ever since my grandparents passed, it just put me in another space or whatever. Because when I battled Clip, I was just coming back from my grandma's home going. You know what I'm saying? So on top of I'm leaving the battle in Brooklyn. That was my first time in Brooklyn. I met Steves and met everybody over there, and Nino Bless out in Westworld and stuff like that. So that's when I got the news of her passing. So I was already in the headspace and then going into that battle. And then plus I thrive on I guess I represent the underdogs or the people who've been around that they don't get shine. You know what I'm saying? They don't get that. So and it's always the cliquish and we got our picks. So I represent the people that, hey, there's a whole nother side of warriors over here too that's just as got much prestige as anybody else too. And I love kicking those doors down. That's just how I am. Even in real life, I love to kick doors down, to God also. I just refuse to say no and just to bow down and just no, because there's a whole lot of hungry people that men and women that want to do this, that can do this. And I think a lot of the people, they get comfortable at a point. And I've been in my career, I've been at a place where there was the times where I wanted to quit. There were times where, oh man, I feel like, and I'm mad at myself, but I had to learn to adjust too. Just like fighting, you got to know it's our game of chess. You know what I'm saying? So I know where I'm at now. I'm a lot older and I got a better headspace. I don't have the same people that was holding me back in my circle no more. I'm not caught up in none of the bullshit that goes on anymore. Like I'm solely focused. So, and I watch a lot of documentaries and promos too. Like I used to fight in the world and stuff. So, but I never just took it serious. That was just some way to get anger out, and that's how I used my craft. And with my grandparents passing, it just made life a little bit more simpler. You look up and your niece and nephews or your kids are damn near tall as you, and you look at them and it's like you're the hero of their story, even though you feel like a villain. So it's like damn.
Damn.
So it's like so it's like you got so like somebody told me a long time ago, your decisions affect the people connected to you. So that's why I go so hard. Plus, I see a lot of the inner bullshit that go on, and I'm one of the people that if you're gonna talk change, you gotta be that change. And for me, it's like an inside job, and like there's so much stuff I've done behind the scenes too. And it's like we got something that's wonderful what we got right now, but it's just getting past all of the corny shit. You know what I'm saying? It's so many people that watch us, you know what I'm saying? So I just feel, I'm just honored to be a part of that history or whatnot. And I get to kick ass legally too. I get to cuss people out, and then I don't got
yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's the thing. Now let me ask you this: when did you get into battle rap? Like not battling, but like start. When did you start watching?
Oh shit! I want to say like 2012, around 2012, 2015.
Oh, okay, all right.
Watching A-Hat, watching A-Hat. I had the Smack
Oh
DVDs and
shit.
all that.
Okay.
Yeah. I started with A-Hat, and then just watching anything battling from like the dancing, like anything battling. But A-Hat was what really pushed me into like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? So from
That's
A-Hat
crazy
to
to hear. Wow, that's dope as fuck.
Right. Like
yeah.
No, I remember. I think his name is No, right? NOB. Like I remember a lot of his battles were going kind of like viral at that time and stuff.
Danny Myers came from there.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Remember him, D-Tay, shout out to D-Tay the hustler. I'm gonna tell you my favorite, Domes, the kid Domes. He
Kid
was one of my
Jones, I was just gonna say him,
Mm-hmm.
the white kid with long hair.
Yeah.
Domes was different. Domes is different. And then to see him come back, he didn't miss a step or whatever. And then it went from that to watching the Scribble Jam with Mac, and then growing up on the Smack DVDs and the lines, then watching people at school battling shit, watching them, and then I'm leaving choir practice. Then people, hey man, I got somebody over here that, woo woo, okay. And we go to different schools and stuff. So it's been around, and because we had an underground shop called Eminem, so we had music from everywhere. So you always was surrounded by something, you know what I'm saying? So that's where my foundation came. That's what really got me into like the whole culture, like battling and then plus if you want to be an artist, you want to be the best in, it's like, man, fuck it. Let me try my pen. You know what I'm saying? So I was always in competitions from choir to dance or whatever. So but A-Hat was where I started like that and the Smack DVDs and Scribble Jam and shit like that, and then going deeper into um like even the battles out in Philly, like the stuff like that, like watching how each one of them, how they started, how they originated, stuff like that. Like even
Reed Dollars and shit.
yeah, like
Yeah.
like Tory Lane, like him, Tory Lanez, battling 16, fucking Meek Mill, all of them. It was like, damn, and just like the hype around it, you know what I'm saying? So that's just that's what got me into that. And like I still go back and watch them because it's nothing like classics. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Stay Fat. Yeah, he was fire too.
Yeah, and stay fat. Yeah. It's funny. Daylight battled him, and Daylight wore a KKK suit and was like twerking on him and shit. It was fucking wild, yo.
Yeah,
That
he
shit was
violated
wild.
He violated.
He violated him, man. Hazy, you don't have to answer this, but Hazy asked how old you are.
I'm about to be 40 in December.
Oh shit, I'm 40. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I'm about to be 40 in December.
Hey, we made it this far.
Right.
Yeah,
Probably shouldn't
like,
have.
I feel like that kind of like plays into why like the way you carry yourself basically like not with a lot of the bullshit, just like, and like you said, I feel like you kind of are the symbol of like just making it off talent. Like it's not about like the politics of it, any of that. It's just like the fucking skill speaks for itself. You know, you're not really involved in no nonsense, and I feel like that kind of plays a big part in it too.
Fast.
Nick Johnson.
Reading all these comments and shit. I know somebody probably got a heel turn question like, why'd you turn heel?
Yeah, I know. I was waiting for that too. Yeah. Are there any questions from the chat? I feel like, hey, salute to Nick Johnson. But yeah, anybody else got any questions in the chat too? Now, what made you now? All right, no, you already answered that question.
That's fire, Jackass. That's fire. Kumo D. I grew up listening to Kumo D, and that shit's fire.
yeah, man. Kumo D, man. Hell yeah.
West.
Yeah, I was listening to some mad old school shit today, man. Big Daddy Kane and shit. That's my shit. But it's funny because when I was younger, when I was like 12 years old, probably I think I must have been like 12 years old. I heard Pregnant Pussy by UGK.
Oh my god, yeah.
And that like opened a whole new because at the time all I really knew was like West Coast hip hop and like New York hip hop, and that opened a whole new fucking door for me for hip hop because when I started listening to UGK more, they became my favorite fucking rap duo, and then just listening to more and more of the artists from it just oh man, and DJ Screw, like there's a lot of dope DJs and producers from Houston, and so, and just Texas in general, but yeah, man, Houston hip hop specifically, but Texas hip hop in general, man, was a big thing for me as far as getting into hip hop. Because before that, I was listening to like Tribe Called Quest and like Tupac and like everything West Coast. I know Tribe's not from the West Coast, but like I was listening to mostly West Coast shit and then some like New York shit. But like after hearing UGK, it was like I felt like I was like not fuck Mobb Deep, but like it was like, you know, UGK is way better than Mobb Deep. That's how I felt at the time. So, but yeah, man. Houston rap, man, is dope. And is Houston on the east side? Is that close to where you're from?
Houston is like southeast, like where I'm from is like close to like the Architect subdivision, like close to like Shreveport, going out that way, Texarkana and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
Okay.
it's like our region, like when that movement was going on, it like changed the whole perspective. Like, oh shit, because you had like I was just listening to some old Beltway 8 for the old heads, like Kappa Beach and shit. But I was too young to go at the time. But I remember listening, like watching them, and then going to school. And like my bro, his brother, he was in the military. He this was back when they had Stay Flow and the creased jeans and shit. And he had on Timberlands, and then next thing you know, he's got like the fucking, he got the starch down G's and the waves and all that shit. And I'm like, what the fuck? So it went from that, and then you had Michael Watts out of North Side, and like my favorites out of, like I listened to shit like when I first heard Zero, I was listening to Trey and Gorilla Mob when they was all a group, and then you had the Color Change and Click, and then like Chameleon before he was Chameleonaire and he was building his website and shit. Then you had like it's just a whole lot. K Reno is one of my favorites. Him, Killer
K
Cole.
Yo, K Reno, man. Even still like now the music he's putting out, like in 2018, the S Project, that's one of my favorite albums of all time. Like
right. Yeah, Social's been saying that.
I've been talking about K Reno for mad long, bro. I've been a huge fan of his. I put
Yeah,
Seizure onto him too. I told Seizure, man, just listen to this one song, the first song on the S Project, and every bar. But yeah, it's yeah, man, so many dope artists from there.
Jack Action Facts, and Big L. I actually used the Big L scheme in one of my battles too. I'm going through the chat. Like my
Yep.
other favorite is Chameleonaire, just like his wordplay from watching what he did to. Like I remember I being on his fucking website. He had like a whole, like you just win prizes just for commenting, but like they lyric like him and Killer Coleon, Aztec, SPM, like they
As
word playing, yeah, their word playing how they saw shit. It just because it was more like because I was the opposite. Like I grew up, cause like my dad, we had the underground shop, but my dad also had like the suitcase with the cassettes in it. So both sides of the family is music oriented. So you always had some kind of music going on, and he was a truck driver too. So I was listening to like Method and Sebo and like different people from different areas, hip hop stuff like that, the old Rap City before the basement, the old MTV shit like that. So but when I started seeing that movement and swings and slow, loud, and banging and all that shit, but when I heard K Rena and Chameleon there and people like that, I'm like, what the fuck?
Yep. Yeah,
And
it's
that's what got
different.
me into that lyrical, like, oh shit. And then to watch them at Job Corps, when I was at Job Corps in 05, 06, to watch them blow up and to watch them make it on TV, it was like, it didn't matter what region you were from. It was just like, damn, you know what I'm saying? If they could do that, then shit. Yeah, Big L. Big L
Big
was
L.
fire. Like I had a whole Big L scheme until people like 2 or 3 tries to catch that shit. My favorite,
He was my favorite rapper for like years.
Right, right.
him and Rakim, like Rakim,
Rakim,
my
he just
guy.
dropped a new album too.
Yeah, Rakim, my OG. Yeah, that's the guy MC. That's my favorite. Like
There you
one,
go.
like Rakim.
That's dope to hear. I like hearing that shit.
That I grew up on the same time as outside of, yeah. Used to buck with hip hop. Man, I have every single Chameleon there fucking from Major when he dropped Major Pain. I got all the mixtape Messiahs, all of the fucking Major Pains when he was going at the labels. And I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, you can do that and still like this man had Oprah's lawyer and got off the fucking label, and now he's one of the multi-millionaire in tech ventures and shit. I'm
Right,
like,
right.
he
Yep.
went
I remember when I like first heard Chameleon, I was like, "Oh, this dude's fire!" And then I forget where I heard of someone was like, "Oh yeah, he only uses like proper diction in his verses and shit." And I was like, "Wait, what?" So then when I went and listened to it, I was like, "Yo, that's low key kind of crazy, especially at the time and for the area." Like I felt like a lot of it was like just slang and shit. So the fact that like you were saying, the way he put the verses together and shit, I was like, that kind of blew my mind a little.
That's
Yeah,
what
man.
that's what influenced us. Cause like every read, like you had Dallas, you started hearing music from Dallas come out, like Dirty South Riders and some. And not only was they talking baller rap, but they were on like the punchline shit. And then you
Right.
had the fucking freestyle kings with like just witty like the topics and how they did shit. And then like for our region, we didn't want to sound like nobody because East Texas was like we're ducked off. Like you cross a border and and it's like mostly like country or whatever, but there's a whole other side where we were like we didn't want to sound chopped and screwed, country rap too. We want to sound like this. So we were more on some like I remember the group I was in, East Texas Hard Hitters, is me, the twins, and our baby brother or whatever. And we were teenagers. We were talking about whooping people and balling. But we were lyrical too. And I was the singer of the group, so just to hear that different side, like, oh, we can be, cause I love Screw back then, but I used to smoke a lot around tracks, so I would fall asleep listening to it. So I got caught up on like lyricism, like I fell in love with that. Like when I heard them and the punchlines, and then we used to have the freestyling ciphers and shit. It's like, yeah, I bet you it just changed like the whole dynamic. So it was like, oh shit. So that's what really got me into like even with songwriting and singing, how to be lyrical and just jumping in different ciphers with different people from different areas and then going up to Eminem's where if you got the mixtape you could listen to it, but if you got the album you had to buy it. That's just what it was. You know, this was back when like Blockbuster and all this shit was around. So
Damn.
yeah,
That's crazy. I think there's still like one Blockbuster that's still open somewhere.
I miss that shit.
I know,
that shit, bro.
I know, going to the like Friday night, going to rent a movie and shit.
Yeah,
that was different, bro. That shit was different. Like walking through the aisles, like and then they had the tags on them, like this. I've been wanting to see this movie for weeks, and it's all out and shit.
Yo, I just want to say one thing real quick. Yo, hit the guest Cash App, man. He drops content on his channel. Subscribe to his channel. Hit his Cash App. It's $, and this is all lowercase. JESENPYR019. I'm gonna put it in the chat right now. But yeah, definitely hit that Cash App if you can.
I'll go say too. My dad used to like the VHSs when they used to have them out. I used to watch my pops bootleg. He would have like 3 or 4 movies on VHS every time he would go to Blockbuster. I remember him.
Yeah.
And then and if it was sold out, he wait till it was out because he was like, "Nah, I'm gonna wait till it come out and then we go see it. Or if not, we just gonna wait till on TV." And he be cutting through the commercials and shit. And he would do that same with the cassette tapes, like something come on the radio and he would fast forward. And that's what got me into like trying to learn how to DJ and the music side of it. It's like, oh shit. Question: Scarface and K Reno. That's a good one. I gotta go with K Reno. Scarface the K Reno was Southside Coalition. But Scarface kind of a toss-up, but I go with K Reno.
Yeah. Fresh Coast, are you talking about the Weathermen like what copyright? Like is that the Weathermen you're talking about?
Weathermen are I don't know.
I forget who else was in it, but I think that's who he's talking about.
Yeah,
I'm
the
not
Weathermen
sure.
and the Artifacts, yeah. I remember them. Let's see, I should. Yeah, that was a tough one, Jay. That cause they both legendary. It's just the history. I remember the first time I heard Ghetto Boy, that shit tripped me out.
Man, Scarface is one of the best to ever do this shit for real. Yo, did you see his Tiny Desk performance?
Yes, I catch all of them shits.
Yo, that shit was so dope. Scarface is oh man, he's still one of my favorites of all time.
Yo, I love those Tiny Desk. Like it really shows like who's the type of performer that it's like it don't matter if it's a stage. They could be in this fucking room and it's like some of it hits even harder because they got the people playing the instruments right there and just like the acoustics of it and everything. You got 6 people jammed in a small room, and especially rap, like hip hop, when you got the live instruments, like it just brings a whole different feel to it, you know?
I remember watching Juvenile's Tiny Desk. I was like, what the hell?
Damn, that's crazy. I didn't catch that one. I gotta see that shit.
Like I said, even Mac Miller's was fire. I'm not even like a huge fan, but it was so fire because the musicians there and shit were killing it.
Yeah, but yeah, I do want to say Scarface or K Reno. That's it's two like Fresh Coast said, both legendary for very different reasons. Like they're too different to compare like that in my opinion. But yeah, they're both fucking dope as fuck.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's a good
Salute, A-Fan, salute. It won't let me highlight your Oh, there we go. There we go.
Right, Fresco said copyright K Mateo, High and Mighty, Tame One.
Yeah.
that.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, it won't let me highlight your other comment. That's weird.
We did a thing. Me and my bro, Paradise Flow. He's the one that showed me how to get on Spotify and shit. He went to school with Post Malone and shit. We had did a dedication to Mac Miller and all that. I still ain't put that damn freestyle out yet.
That's fire. Actually, I went to Joiner Fest and I have a playlist on my channel of all the videos, and he did a song, and it was a tribute to Mac Miller, and it was Mac Miller on the screen and shit. It was dope as fuck. Yeah, it was very, very dope. So check that out if you want to. But yeah, very fucking dope. Very dope. Shout out to Mac Miller. Rest in peace to him.
Oh yeah, man. Jack actually said South Park Coalition, the terror.
South Park Coalition. Yep.
That all there takes back in like, yeah, 90. I was like in grade school then. This shit, Gangsta Nil.
Yep.
Yeah,
K Reno still reps South Park Coalition.
yeah. Man, I be catching his live like
Yeah,
him
me
and
too.
Willie D be going live and shit. I be catching their lives or whatever. So
Yep.
I mean, when fucking Chameleon had back when Ustream for all the
Stream. Oh my god!
Ustream.
for all the people too that didn't ask that want to know, I'm gonna answer this for how long. What about YouTube? Because I had an old channel way back in '09. This one was made back in 2011 as a backup. I remember when fucking YouTube had a fucking DM. This like when Ustream and all that shit was out and the rules were simple. And I used to watch Comedian there go live on there and shit. And he would just talk about like the future shit. And I was on the website or whatever. We would get emails and shit. Like, hey, you win a prize if you comment on woo woo. I'm like, what the hell? And then see where the shit is now is crazy.
Right. That's what I was saying. Like this channel I'm on right now, this wasn't my first channel. This isn't Social's first channel either.
No, this is like my third.
Right.
My first one had
old
thousands of
YouTube,
subs.
bro. Like it was like so much easier to get like not only views but subscribers.
Yeah,
like,
man.
People would just click like, oh, subscribe. I feel like maybe because it's oversaturated now, like everyone's doing it, but just the time of, like you say, yeah, Ustream and fucking mailing lists and shit. Like, oh my god.
I used to be all in them damn Yahoo chats, talking shit. Like you gonna get on this and we'll fuck it up. You be thinking like something hot finna drop. They like, oh man, we finna watch this, and the fucking Rick Roll video come on. You
oh my god,
music video.
Right. It's like, oh, brand new fire collab, and then you get Rick rolled. You're like, what the fuck?
That shit was crazy.
Right.
Man, some of these cats have no idea what we're talking about,
bro. A-Fan. I was gonna bring up idea.
That's why I kept it highlighted.
Right.
Yeah,
bro, he fucking killed it, and not only just the music, idea.
Rest in peace.
And battling, he fucked some dudes up in battles, bro.
Yep.
I still remember to this day that he told this one dude, like, he's like, bro, fucking I've won more battles than your bitch ass has lost or something. And then later in the same tournament, he remixed the line against this other dude, and he's like, bitch, I've won more battles than your bitch ass has watched. Like, and that always stuck with me, like, bro, what? And what's crazy is after he won that Scribble Jam, Diddy tried to sign Idea, and he said no. Like, he didn't want to take the offer. It was like $1 million record contract, and he was like, "Nah, bro." Like,
smart move.
Or maybe it wasn't smart, and that's why he passed.
Definitely the right move, bro. No, it was definitely the right move.
It was definitely the right move. But yeah, man. Hey, I wanted to ask Fresh Coast real quick. Fresh Coast, did you know that Copyright actually battled on I believe it was
once on Don't Flop.
He battled. Yeah, that's true too. But I think before he battled on Bots, and then he also on Dirtbag Dan's League, and then he also battled. I think this also dropped on Bots too. I could be wrong, but he battled. Danny Myers was Donatello, and he was the Shredder.
Oh yeah, Digits Halloween
at
event. Right,
Disaster's
right.
Halloween event.
I forgot about that.
So
Right.
Fresh Coast Copyright has 3 battles out there.
Copyright versus Tenshu. That it was an alright battle, but
yeah, it was
bro, you know who's fire? It's kind of like side tangent, but Prince Ali. You ever seen?
Oh my, yeah,
he makes fire music too, but his he only had like 3 battles, and he was fucking fire. I don't know why KOT didn't like book him like a bigger name out because like bro, he was killing it. But he had this one line that always stuck out to me. He was like, he's like, yo, if we knuckle up, he's like, I'll do you like Camoteo did Copyright's Jaw. We could take it to the blade and trademarks like copyright laws or something. I was like, bro, that was filthy. Like the way he was just rapping different, especially at the time. This is like 6 years ago. And in KOTD, a lot of people were like punch based, you know, and like he was just bringing that old school like rap, boom bap rap style back. So if you've never seen any of his battles, I recommend KOTD Prince Ali. It was fucking fire.
Yeah. MySpace days was different, man, bro. That whole AOL dial-up era was different. That's when I started my solo career.
Right.
I didn't know shit about social media. I was just, yeah, man. Cause my mindset was like, let me just make all this shit, man, and that's when I got on CD. Like, let me get on this shit and see what I can. Jack had a question too about Pimp C. I'm gonna say, man, if you know, you know, man. Like me, I met Pimp C.
Yeah,
right after. Oh, so my bad.
No, go ahead.
I said I met Pimp C like he had came down to Nico's, Tyler Suave's, and he did a concert. This is when he was like fresh out. He had on like a red Dickie suit, gold bracelet, and he was just dropping game. You know what I'm saying? And me and him got the same birthday. That's crazy. But yeah, I definitely believe that, bro. It's so much shit.
Yep.
But you can't just go like you can't, and he always been like that too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Anytime you go against that, it's oh shit. Well, like what's understood don't need to be explained, but yeah,
he's
definitely.
like, he's like, you ain't never gonna. Me and Bun ain't never been in a room naked together. Me and Bun ain't never fucked no hoes together. We don't get down like that. I'm like, yeah, let's go. Let's go.
He told this one girl, we was at his concert, he said, yeah, I told that fat motherfucker I wasn't coming out till he paid me my money. You hoe ass niggas be up here. And then this girl was dancing on table. She was like, that's right, PC. Shut up, bitch.
Yo, man. Yo, we need, man. See, that's what I'm saying. Yo, like people like Pimp C, like we need them right now, and they're just not here.
Yeah,
damn, man.
He told me like before he left, cause my bro, he was a big fan of him, whatever, but he kind of could see like, you know how people can see what you can't see, that discernment. It's like he knew we was gonna split. Cause I had, groups you had an issue with one person. It's like they just, I hate you, y'all get into it, but you ain't did shit to him. And I remember him telling me before he got in the trap, hey man, change your circle up full of them square ass niggas. And he went on this shit. We got the same birthday. That's what's up.
Yeah. R.I.P. Pimp C, man. One of the fucking greats. And honestly, him, like I said, him and Bun really fucking opened a whole new world of hip hop for me. Like, for real. So shout out to them, man. Rest in peace to Pimp.
Yeah, this is dope, man. This is dope. That's what we're saying at the beginning. Is like, sometimes
you weren't in
here. People feel like it's like an interview, and like, I mean, it could be if that's the type of shit. Like, if you want it to be in it, but for the most part, I'm like, me and Social just want to like chop it up with people, like talk music, talk whatever, like I
we will promote shit and ask questions, but like, we also want to, have conversation and. Get to talk to different personalities and shit about different stuff.
Yeah.
And it's dope. I've had a lot of people on this platform from Texas, so I get to talk about that a lot.
Right.
So.
I was just thinking about that actually.
Yeah.
Quite a few. Yeah.
Picante, Clip. Now Pyro. I know there's been at least one more.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Shout out to Texas. Pimp C had that lingo bingo for sure. Yeah, man. Yep. Pimp would have been more successful than Master P, in my opinion. The more successful. Master P is like fucking ridiculously rich. I don't know. Depends on how you measure your success, though. Like how you talk.
Right.
Like, what are you talking about when you say successful? Because Master P is like up there with like Diddy type of money. He's
Diddy money.
he not really. He got that. Master P got that fucking. He got that money.
Oh, Puffy. Back there, Farnsworth Bentley dancing beside him.
He's just the thing about Master P is just a little more quiet about what he does.
Yeah, I remember when they did that movement too, like him. I remember that whole my brother came in with a no limit vest and shit. Like, yeah, man, I'm saying, man, we can to be like, I'm like, all right, man.
Oh,
that's hilarious.
Well, it's kind of
B Magic in his prime or Bender.
I gotta go Bender.
I gotta go Bender, but those are two very different styles.
But are you saying and Bender in his prime too? Like both of them in their prime?
Yeah, both of them in their prime. Yeah, I gotta go Bender. But B Magic was my favorite battler for a couple of years.
Right. Not only a punchline king, but he was like I said,
his flow is
just gonna say like
rap,
especially at the time, a lot of battlers like they had that like slower, talk to him, and that's what it felt. It felt like they were like talking punchlines, and B Magic brought like the rap back to this shit. Like,
right.
That's a damn good question.
B Magic in his prime or Bender? Like Bender was fucking different.
Bender was like he was different. Like it's a style class, bro.
That's it. That's the thing. It's too tough. You'd have to ask like Bender or Ilmac. Like to me, Bender's on the same level as a Loaded Lux.
Right.
As far as pen.
Yeah, that Bender and Ilmac is still one of my favorites.
Me
too, bro.
Me too. God. That battle, world domination too, man. Bender versus
that whole event was so fire. But yeah, I watched that battle like once every 2 months. I know a lot of it by heart. To be real, like oh my god, this scheme is so fire.
So fire. And Ilmac won the battle by the judges' vote, but I actually had Ilmac winning initially, but
right. The more I watch
Bender winning.
It's kind of crazy though too, because even in the rounds, Bender even says he's like, "Fuck what y'all call relevant. I'm going for timeless." And like now watching it back years later, I'm like, damn, like his rounds are like timeless, because it's like he wasn't making a lot of like current references really. Just like the shit he was saying was like it still hits hard 10 years later. Like that whole fucking I'll be the first to acknowledge I felt your earlier projects, but you've dumbed your shit down, and that's some curious
logic.
When you see your biggest strength as a curve to your progress, and the chances of you pandering, you could firm up your pockets. Now, to be perfectly honest, I thought you thirsted for knowledge. So when I heard the shit you working on, it churned up some vomit. You got the nerve to think you deserve some currency off this? Well, go ahead and try converting Muhammad, because that's a more likely chance of you turning a profit.
Like,
what?
He was different.
Bro,
that's a crazy way of saying you ain't getting no bread. Like
right. But the way he put it together, you know what I'm saying? It's like it's angle, it's attacking your opponent, but also it's put together in such a fucking like masterful way.
How about what do the scheme ways the stand before me, shake the hand of your replacement,
bro,
how did that shit go?
He said,
this was when Bender was 10-0 and he was battling Arcane for the title.
He was like 6-0. But
6-0 or something like that. But
fuck, how did it start? Yeah, he's like,
it was like
He's like, you are vastly short of greatness, bland and formulaic. Yeah, he's like, this man is corny. Face it.
Average,
bland,
boring, basic,
bland and formulaic, vastly short of greatness. Stand before me shaken, shake the hand of your replacement. Think you can't ignore this blatant fact? Sadly, you're mistaken. Like,
yo, and
what
like,
the fuck?
like, yo, and it was a title like that. Bender was fucking different, yo.
Shake the hand of your replacement. It's different.
Bender,
like,
Bender versus Sid Vicious is one of my favorite bodies ever.
Right.
Bender went and he did the reverse sorry player scheme. And I ain't sorry for shit. He said he did the whole shit.
Right.
Like, and I ain't sorry for shit.
Right.
I'll leave you in a storage container, player, and I ain't sorry for shit.
Right. Do that whole fucking lit cigar scimitar. It's like find behind the quickie. It's like disregard him down street behind a river barge, and he's like some between a titty bar and a shipping yard.
In a shipping yard.
What the fuck, bro? The way he put that together was crazy. But also, he said, I put the 4 pound to his head like a Zach Morris phone or something. I was like, bro, what the? He was different, bro.
He was the first one to say some shit like that, and then I heard it like a couple more times after that. But
Pablo's mental Rolodex is undefeated. I mean, for real, like, to me, that's what I'm saying when we're talking battles. Like, I've been watching for fucking 20 years, but also, like, I just know, like, especially bars. Like, if someone was to have like a chat, like a verses of just like quoting bars from battles, like, I feel like I could beat anyone in that shit.
Yeah, I would put money on it. But now that's a good question. Now leading into that, Pyro, who like, cause I see, like, it's crazy to me that you're familiar with Bender and that you appreciate Bender's style, because like he wasn't that big of a name. Like he wasn't as big as he should have been, you know. But now who are some of your favorite battlers that kind of inspired, or not even necessarily inspired you, just the battlers that you like to watch the most? Not necessarily a top 3 or 5, just whatever you want to name.
Say this too, yeah. I was listening to Fat Pat the other day, fam. That's how I start my day down there.
Fat Pat, yeah.
But like my people I watch, like Il Mac.
There you go.
Like Il Mac. I watch Mook, just like the different, like how he attacked Tay-Rock, like that's how I was timeless.
Facts.
Who else? I think Mad Flex gets slept on a lot too.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
The old Tay-Rock.
Yeah, the old
Tay-Rock. Right. Yeah. That's what I said. Old Tay-Rock was one of my favorites.
Right. B Magic, Bender. Shit, some of the old quantum physics battles, like the old JC when he was fat.
Right.
It's like it just varies and stuff like that, because I'm a fan of like everything, you know what I'm saying? So I like battles like that, but like definitely like Il Mac shit, like how he put his shit together, like Quantum, how he even battling Quantum, like he's teaching you as he's rapping, like, hey, do this. And then some of the females too, like I like watching the women, like C3's one of the people I watch, 40 back in the day, Bunny when she was out, my verse, like people like that, like hustle for the aggression before the allegations and shit like that.
Yo, Young Gaddis was kind of fire too.
Yeah.
Gaddis. I met Gaddis in Atlanta when we had the live not the tournament, but the live jump off Bunny's live event. That's when I met Gaddis and all of them there. I battled Tez Love on that card. That was a tournament. Yeah, like the winner of that tournament was crazy too, because the night when you won, you moved on the same night. You battled damn near. You had to write for everybody on the card, and that was to see who would battle Ill Will at the end of it. And the next one was supposed to be T-Top. So to run it like just to listen, and that was my first in person too. So that was the debut of like the camouflage. so that's my gray hoodie.
Right, camouflage pyro, right.
Yeah. That was aggressive pyro without the diaper. But yeah, like people like that, like I like going back watching like the old class, like the JC versus Psychosis. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah, Joe and I versus Psycho.
Now,
great battle.
Joe and Psycho.
Right.
I saw Joe and I versus Danny Myers live, and I don't remember if I watched it back on camera, but live, that shit was fucking insane. Joe and I had a Genesis scheme, and then he said something about the lights going out, and the lights fucking went out. And it didn't seem planned because Organic was like, what the fuck? Like scrambling around, didn't know what the fuck was going on. So I don't know. But yeah, that shit's crazy, man. Joe and I was dope live versus Danny Myers.
Yeah, the third round versus LMAX, third round with Big Man.
Oh man, that's what
Sonny Bamboo. Oh, Fresco too. I wish he'd come back. Like I want to see the bill collector.
I was just saying when they were doing the massacre announcement, I was like, bro, I wish, I probably know it's probably not gonna happen. I was like, if they made a fucking Fresco coming back announcement, like that would make my day. Like,
yeah, I don't see it happening. But I do want to ask a question because I saw this earlier, and since Elmac was brought up and we were talking about him, he's kind of involved in this conversation. So I saw somebody earlier say that they don't think Rum Nitty's stock dropped after the Lux battle. Now, in my opinion, he got like bodied very badly by Ilmac and then clearly lost to Lux. So how does your stock not drop after that?
I think it's just more the fans just like him. So
I understand that, but you battled two elite fucking battlers and got cleared by both of them. That's proving that you're not on that level.
Because they're so high level, I feel like that's where they're saying his stuff. I'm not saying I agree, but I'm just saying the argument would be, okay, their top level competition. The losses don't really, because when you look
at it proves that he's not there. It proves he's not
level. But what I'm saying is, if you're talking stock basically means if you announce tomorrow like Rum versus Mook, the same amount of people would be like, fuck yeah, the fans of him would want to see it just as much. They wouldn't say this doesn't make sense. So that's what I'm looking at it like stock wise. Your stock didn't really go down as Rum Nitty, but where you're rated should definitely, you got to count the losses for sure.
Absolutely. And I agree with you. I don't think like he dropped a tier, but the way that people look at him, they look at him on the level of a Lux. And people don't even look at Ilmac on the level of a Rum Nitty, which is crazy. But but he got cleared by both of them. So to me, those people should be smart enough to see that and realize, okay, he's not on their fucking level. You know, like that.
I agree. I feel like Rum Nitty's more recent before. I feel like it's just him doing too many battles, and when you're a puncher like that, like I feel like he's kind of like
limited.
Right. Also, he's like running out of dope punches where when you battle that much, it's not like when we first saw him against like Ill Will and shit. It's like
Danny Myers.
Right. Like some of those, they were so potent, but then the more you battle, and I feel like Big K has actually done pretty well with this. Is like, even though he battles a lot and is like a puncher, he still finds ways of like attacking the opponent with it, where it's not really just based on like a creative punch. But Rum, I feel like people look at him for those like creative name flip type of things, where I feel like he's just battled so much, and to the point when you're battling someone like Lux,
Or Ilmac.
Ilmac, that's just not enough.
Nah, it's
As
not.
much as people like him and be like, oh, he's my favorite, like there's just a clear level difference when someone else can do everything, or they're putting together like a masterpiece, and this other person's only got the one thing. No matter how crazy the punchline or name flip is, it's still like it can't compete with everything.
And people's excuse for him losing him, like, that people were saying like, oh well, he didn't take the Ilmac battle serious because he had Lux coming up. Well, then Lux cleared him too, so it's like, where's your argument?
Right.
It's like people love to argue this, and this what gets on my nerves, even in virtual. It's if you're not from here, then it's not what it's like, bro. Fuck all of that. These people been around long. Cause like I'm like what Pat Stay said. I see Ilmac and like the source and them the same way people see Lux and Moon. You know what I'm saying? That's
Same.
because I look at the overall. It doesn't matter like because I remember when Ilmac battled Averb and how he clowned him. Like
He cooked Aver. He cooked Aver.
yeah, fresh coat. And I met Nestle down there in Atlanta too. Like I told Nestle, he was drunk as I don't know what he was performing. He said, "Man, I don't even know the words to this shit. I wrote this shit last night." He was drunk, but he's definitely one of my favorites too. I told him like when I get my name up, I want to see you, and he humbly bowed. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
he's one of the greatest, man.
Like him, Nestle and Bruv Nitty was a fire battle.
Right.
Yeah.
But as far like stock drop, like for Nitty's run, for it's like we gotta quit doing that, moving the goalpost shit. It doesn't matter what league it's on. Like if it's the competition and this person like it, I wouldn't say to stop hurting in a way to the point where he's out, but it did. It stayed even leading up because think about it when JC battled Ilmac and Ilmac said this when people called out Lux and then he battled him and then look what happened. He went in there in RBE, he battled JC. And then next thing you know, we see what happened with JC and then Nitty's on the run for Lux and then they run into Ilmac.
Right.
And it's like, bro, it's like it fell a little bit. Like he bounced back, but it fell a little bit. And then next thing you know, he's battling St. LA. It's like but still, it's like look how he looked in the St. LA battle versus how he looked in the Lux battle. He looked like he was fighting for 12 rounds. It wasn't even the 12th round yet.
Right.
He looked exhausted. So and then you go watch him in the Ilmac battle. It's like, yeah, you're not over there no more. You're not safe. It is. And that's my whole argument. It's like we can love people all day long, but at the same time, a loss is a loss. Like if you make it debatable, okay, you can argue that, like, okay, at least you put up a good enough fight. But it's like, bro, you're supposed to go in there. But that shows the separation between you can be great at one single thing. Like Goods even said it, like you can be great at one thing, but that's just like when you bring up Danny and T-Top, like it was a back and forth with that. It's like you can be great at one thing, but when you got another person, like you said, Pablo, how you can have all of this stuff than the other person, it's gonna show a big difference.
Huge.
The name flip will be fire, but it's nothing compared to the masterpiece that you made. It's like, oh shit. So it's like
it's crazy though, because I see like the Ilmac JC, I feel like it's a perfect example. Yeah. I watched that. I'm a fan of both. But I watched that. To me, I'm like, Ilmac clearly won that. But still to this day, people argue with me. If you look in the comments, people, JC was just different. And they're trying to argue a win for JC. The same with Ilmac and Rum.
Yeah, and you can't argue that battle. Like,
right. Rum's first, especially like his rounds were short. The first round, he's talking about, I'm where the burner be, like this place in Toronto. Like, I'm like, come on, bro. You're really trying to say Rum won this battle? Like, I feel like you're not doing them any favors by the goalpost moving because now they don't feel like they clearly lost because their fans are going to say it was debatable or they won anyway. And it doesn't, like back in the day, a loss used to mean something. I used to say this all the time. There's people that they weren't even trash. They were kind of fire, but just the person they were going against clearly won. And then we never saw them again, ever.
Right.
They were just gone. You lost, that was it. And I mean, I don't agree with that harsh, but at the same time, like a loss has to mean something to these people that at least like affect how much they're gonna get paid in the next battle, or the way fans look at them, or else they're just gonna come
and
back
how they're gonna fucking
and do the
perform.
same thing again.
Yeah. They gotta understand that they're fucking that the fans aren't accepting that shit, and you next time you need to. If you want us to continue to root for you like the Rum Nitty that we're used to, then you need to be the Rum Nitty that we're used to.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
I feel like that's one of the biggest issues in battling right now in general. It's just this, no one really wins or loses battles. It's just like, oh, good, debatable, and like even if they do clearly lose, like 3 weeks later they're on another card and no one gives a fuck, and it's like it doesn't affect anyone, and the competitiveness of it is just like makes battles not as enjoyable. You know?
Yeah, I agree. Jack asked, who comprises your Mount Punch more? So like your 4 favorite, or not 4 favorite, but 4, greatest punches of all time. I don't really give a fuck. I'm just gonna say B Magic.
Right.
Dialogue.
Yes. Oh shit.
Yeah, I don't really like. I just don't. I can't get into the suspicions of either you can rap or you can't, man. Like,
I'm not a huge and I'm not a huge fan of people who just punch. So like, like B Magic is kind of like the only one that I like. That
right, but like we were saying,
Big K too.
At least he like raps too, though. It wasn't just like I'm setting up a punch and then the punch, I'm setting up the punch. Like I can't stand that shit.
Me either. It's annoying.
Punches. Like,
four bars. I remember watching somebody battle and they were doing that, and I'm just sitting back watching gun bar. I said, bro, if I ever do use a gun bar, it's gonna be a metaphor or something. There's got to be more than just how. And then you saw a pattern of that shit. It's like it's like I hear people say this all the time. Like, where's the originality? So the one thing I try to do is at least be original and be, because I remember when Prez Mafia, when he was rapping, and then the next thing you know, you hear the shit with Twerk, and then the allegation, and they battle, and it's just like, what the fuck? So I remember K Shine versus how he used to, shout out to K Shine,
right.
It was like New Jersey Shine, people call it. It's like, and then you got Tay Rod, then like the old Nitty versus Nasty gun line is like, what the fuck?
Right, man. I say, like I've said this so many times, pretty much exactly what you're saying. It was almost like an epidemic of one person would come out and have this specific style or sound, and it was like, oh, that works.
The Source,
everyone started doing.
The Source was like the first one people started to copy, for real.
Right. You look like Michael Clark Duncan with his private parts shrunken or something like that. Style, like, and then everyone started doing that on that side. But on the smack shit, like you said before, like you would have like K Shine, he had his own sound. You had like Averb had his own style and sound. But then it got to a point around like the PGs and stuff, like all the PG dudes sounded the same. They were all PG stepping. They all had the same cadence and everything. And then you had like Prez Mafia came in. Then everyone's trying to sound like Prez Mafia. Then Twerk kind of took the Prez Mafia. Then everyone was trying to sound like Twerk. And it's just like people see something that works and then they go, oh, I'm going to do that. And it almost evolved into this is what it is now, as opposed to like, well, what are you bringing to this? You're not like being yourself. You don't have your own style or sound. And I feel like that's just really what watered a lot of battle rap down. It's just like people just doing the same shit and not bringing anything new.
Fast Brooklyn Court, they did that shit. Well, I used to get mad at people that used to say, because I be keeping screenshots like when people text me shit, like when they big me up, they was like, man, you sound like that. No, the fuck I don't.
You're like, don't insult me with that.
We were two, like my bro told me that way. He's like, man, your aggression. I'm not saying you sound. I'm like, bro, his aggression and my aggression are different, bro. It's like I'm the only one that is me. I don't want to be like. I remember even somebody said I reminded them of the old Averb. I'm like, I get it, but I don't sound nothing like him. I don't talk about
right.
tornadoes and the waterfalls.
I could honestly, I could kind of see what they mean, like old Aver, but not your the way you rap, but like. Yeah,
like
I don't
someone
know.
told me, "Oh, you kind of sound like Sharon," and I was like, "No, I don't at all."
Yeah,
But okay,
fuck
like
that, fuck that.
I forgot how to balance still with it, man. Bro, it's so much shit I be catching when I watch battles. I be like, man, that motherfucker just remixed it and shit, but it's still fine. But somebody said that shit. And I just be sitting there like,
yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact.
Hey, Pablo, A fan said, you know all the bars, but forget the stolen material. Pablo calls us stolen bars all the time, but yeah,
I'm like the
that is
biggest
true.
one.
Prez Mafia
thanks,
did use a whole round from another rapper.
That shit would have been funny if like with the daddy. Oh yeah, daddy. I did talk to daddy too, and I talked about it on my live. Like,
oh yeah,
we said, yeah, we
you
said
talked
no
to Danny
September.
Myers.
Yeah, he hit me on the Twitter. I'm like, man, because what people don't know, like the people that are new, like I started out, he started me out in my career. So
Yeah, I
that
know
conversation, that conversation gonna happen, but it's gonna be we aiming for September or whatever. So because
okay.
I'm gonna invest in that too, because he gotta catch that fade. Like I can't just do it one round because the shit I got to say to him. It's like, yeah, man, it's shit that be hitting my phone daily, and this shit that I know that he know. It's like, yeah, man, you gotta catch this fade, bro.
Yeah.
Wait,
Well, that's the. You know what's fucked up is that was the first question I had written down to ask you, and I hadn't even asked it yet. So that's kind of crazy. But yeah,
why is A fan like challenging me? Like, what the fuck?
what?
Like, he's like, he knows all the bars perfect. I didn't forget that he stole material. There was a point where he came in and everyone tried to sound like Prez Mafia.
It just wasn't relevant to what we were talking about. He was making a point, and it just wasn't relevant to the point. But yeah, we're aware.
What the fuck?
But it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Shout out, A fan.
Right, like he felt personally attacked when I said I can quote bars like that.
Oh, I don't know. No, Pablo does quote bars like a motherfucker.
Oh fuck.
Fresh Coast of Pyro, you sound like no one else. Fuck, bro, fuck it. What anyone says, exactly.
Man, I got on Twitter talking about that, man. It's like motherfuckers are quick. It's like that let me know that a lot of people that be my argument. Like when, especially like when let's take virtual, like it's so much talent out here. And it's like if you be like, oh man, this person, it's like, bro, that shows me y'all don't watch everything. You know what I'm saying? Just talk about it in general.
That's
because everybody don't sound the same. Like even when like I remember one cat when I battled Levon on when Danny started the tournament back again. They was like they was making fun of Levon's necklace or talking about his necklace. And then talking about I sounded like I was from Word Sport. I didn't even know what the hell Word Sport was. I've heard of it and through like the Averb shit back then, but I was still trying to find my footing. This was a little bit after I was out when Bunny wasn't throwing events over on Beagle or nothing like that. So everybody sound different. So when people say, I think people say that shit just because like I can see why they say it, but I don't sound like nobody but me and shit. Like I get it. I was over there. And I used to hear that shit with the league a lot. That used to piss me off like 2 years ago. Like, man, I don't say. Then I just got to the point like that shit don't even bother me. I just
people
laugh.
Just always want to try to find someone to compare you to. Like,
yeah,
you know, it's because here's the thing, right? Like, they may not even be able to pinpoint it, but it might be just like a little tiny thing that you do that reminds them of something somebody does. But it's because we're all influenced by a bunch of different people. So you might hear a little bit of a certain battle or you know, you might hear a certain punchline said a certain way that maybe another battle, you know what I mean? Like that shit's gonna happen. So I don't know.
Jackass and all these.
D
Oh,
Gummies
shit.
promo. Oh man.
I mean, whatever. We don't even have to talk about it. If you want to answer, I just feel like, I mean, it's yeah.
I'm ready to see that battle. I was just saying like
Right,
that.
right.
I told my baby bro like they want to battle. I say, man, uh, prepare, man. It's a mental sport. Just prepare yourself, man. It's not.
Right,
It's not
right.
fun. Like
Yo,
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying too. Like when I had a live with a back and forth, like I got family that they professional fight. They told me, man, I don't know how the fuck y'all stand there or do all that and people talk to y'all that kind of way. I'm in it's a mental sport, bro. Like Smack said, it's
Right,
a mental
right.
sport. Like
Right, like I forget who, I think OG Capri was like, oh, I was like, I was kind of surprised, like, to see like you handled it so well, and I was like, what am I supposed to do? Like, crash out over it? And like,
right.
to me, it's just like none of that's gonna help him in the battle. So it's like let him do whatever he wants. If that's how he's getting people interested in it, then if more people want to see it now than before, then who gives a fuck?
Yep.
I want y'all to go for y'all they see it. I want y'all to watch my face off with Fuck Your Life. That face off had me mad in a motherfucker. He went to the graveyard and his wife in the car and my people was in the chat talking shit. I said, oh yeah, well I got a church in the graveyard across the street. We were gathering in the parking lot. Like that in the Rio face off that promo that shit. It's like if when you learn to adjust this shit and you know the game is like all right cool, and it just after that it's just like all right because when you get to the battle it's a whole different story and now then everything that lead up to it gotta exceed that when it get there. That's how I look at shit. I had a
Right.
motherfucker told me in a battle one time. He said, I hope you die of open heart surgery." I'm like, God damn.
What the fuck?
That shit was crazy.
But I do feel like sometimes people kind of like paint themselves into a corner with the promo, like you said, it's like
Yeah.
if the battle itself doesn't live up to it, like promo all you want, but make sure you got your rounds good, you got them memorized, you're doing like edits, you're going back over it to get the material. I feel like some people, they just like kind of throw shit down, go, oh, this is my material, and they spend so much time promoting that they never even like glance back at their material, and the battle is underwhelming, and it's like, okay, you got people invested, now they're even more mad that the battle was mid,
I'm gonna say, yeah, it's viral. Yeah, it's typical viral. Cause
Right.
he gonna talk his shit and promo like a mug. One thing about it, his work ethic is something like. Well, he gonna talk his shit. That's how I look at it. Any of his promos, depending on his who he going to get, that's his promo. I'm just like, yep, they're going viral. Like yesterday, I'm like, yep, that's that old viral. I made it bore you to death. So I think
Yo,
this is all entertainment.
speaking of Pablo,
Yes.
you pull up that Oompa Loompa.
Can I pull it up? Yeah, I can.
Pull it up, and I'll pull it up on the screen.
Right. Okay.
We gotta play it. I mean,
bro, there's people. I got people at my work now walking around singing this shit, and it's crazy, bro. It's crazy.
Shit. Yeah, we gotta play this.
Okay.
It's too funny, man. But yo, I'm. This card is gonna be insane, bro. Every
Yeah.
battle,
Oh my god.
every battle. But this is gonna just be another clear win for fucking Pyro. So this add another one to the resume.
Yeah, I got them rounds I got is different. Like, cause I try to write up each. I treat the rounds. It's like cooking. If you cooking food, you cooking a great dish or whatever. You want people to enjoy it or whatever. Cause if you cooking and you don't eat it, then it's gonna be trash. You gotta throw the shit away. That's how I treat it.
Yeah.
It's just like the album. Like if you don't go up from the next one, then it's something you're not doing right. That's how I look at it. Like the way I'm writing now, I'm writing up. Yeah, Fred said Black Dot. Lord Jesus, people just say any fucking thing, man. Like,
Right, bro. Sometimes I be reading
sound
the
like
chat.
Devin the Dude. I'm
Right,
like,
I'd be reading the chat, and some of the like he sounds like that, and I'm like, what the fuck are y'all talking about? This
Yeah,
person sounds nothing like that.
yeah.
Like it's crazy. Some
And
of the
you can't say
comparisons, like
anyone sounds like fucking Black Dog. Get the fuck out of here.
right,
Black
No
Dot
offense, Fresh Coast, but
Devin and Black Thought are two different people, so it's like you
yeah, that
told me, like, fuck 'em.
they're
I just,
very
I love
different.
that shit.
Very
I be,
different.
I be like, thank you for the compliment, but shit.
Yeah,
right,
that's
right.
it. Yeah, that's two completely different personalities, two completely different styles.
Do you want? Should we just wait to play this at the end because we're kind of like mid conversation? I feel
Yeah,
like,
sure. Yeah, yeah.
yeah. All right. So,
I wish
it's
the
gonna be a
battle
weird
was
point.
now, Fred. Man, hey,
But,
like, man, sometimes I don't know. It's gonna be interesting. Like what I try to do is focus on like the month, like right now, and then I get to that month. But fuck it, we here, so it's just like all right. Cause like once it gets to September, I'm talking. Man, I think I got like some other battles in September too. I'm gonna talk mad shit.
right,
I'm doing
right,
my heel promo run. Somebody was like, "Why did you turn heel?" Because I'm tired of the bullshit. I'm just tired.
Yeah. Yeah.
right. Did it feel like just a natural progression of like? Because I don't feel like you like turned heel like it was like this big surprise heel turn. It felt like it was an accumulation of like not getting the props that you kind of deserved. So
Yeah.
kind of like fuck this shit. Like,
Yeah, so it's just like I remember Snack talking about it. Like Pyro, you can't, the humble shit is one thing, but you gotta like basically put your foot on this. And I sat up and I saw that list. Like I got a notification. Somebody hit me up and I saw that shit. And I watched the whole live, but my whole thing was just like, what the fuck, bro? I've been at this shit too. I'm sick of it because it's like, how can you fucking do all of this shit and then sit there? I'm like, fuck that. I won't allow y'all to do that to me. So I'm like, hell, I ain't no goddamn Danny Myers. Y'all got me all the way fucked up. So
right, right,
I had to flex. I had to flex. Like, and then that's not, and it's just like, it's like with the kayfabe shit, I can do that too, but that's just how I am in real life too. Like, I'm just tired of people they try to take your kindness for weakness and think that they can just do whatever, run over you and all that shit. It's like, nah, it ain't like that. Like, it's a lot of people that I even cut off. Cause
Yeah.
it's like you can help people, and then the next thing you know, you don't see them, and then it's like, oh, I'm like, fuck that shit.
yeah, that's a
Yep.
fact, bro. That's a
Yep.
fact.
So that's just the type of time I'm on. Uh, like motherfucker, like I told him when we was over there on the crack stream, like y'all don't like me being number one and do something about it. Fuck y'all, fuck your opinion.
Right,
Like
Yep.
right.
so that's just
Yep.
how I feel. Like motherfuckers don't pay my bills at the end of the day, so fuck them.
Yeah.
That's a fact, and I feel the same way because I feel like I always try to like come in humble and like I try to just let like the work speak for itself. But then like people get you fucked up. They because you're not constantly up talking all this shit. Like people like try to pretend like they don't see you.
Yeah.
Like, wait, really? You're just gonna act like I'm not fucking here and I'm not doing like so. Sometimes you gotta fucking speak up a little bit and like, no, 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 no. We're not doing that.
Yeah.
Like. So I definitely feel that. Like, but Hazy said, "What predictions for Never Forget 5? If you want to go through,
Yeah,
if
we can go through that real quick.
Yeah.
all right,
So we got what? Latin Pain versus Dankster. I know that's a tough one.
She gotta. I said this the other day too. I told her, man, I need you to drop some diss tracks and shit. I need you to at least get out there and kill some shit and be aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
Cause Pain just y'all. Cause if you look at their last performances, not the cipher, but her last, cause she did well. Is just that environment, being in that heat and shit. That's
right,
what
right,
got to Parish, and she did well. She got a few people saying she won versus Latin Pain. He took less of the jokes out, and he beat Gullah. in my opinion, watching it first. And I
Right.
watched it over and all that, like the consensus, and I say that because the consensus had it. And I watched it, I'm like, yeah. So if Dangster did what she did last time, was she gonna improve? Because I don't look at people as they gonna come in as the last time. She's gonna adjust or whatever, and she knows what she's finna get into.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm more leaning toward pain or whatever. But really, it really could go either way. But I'm
Right.
leaning more toward pain, but it could go either way with that battle because Dangster could surprise us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree. I agree. She could surprise us, and I honestly like. I love watching Latin Pain. He makes me laugh my ass off. But
Yeah,
I would love to see Dangster win this battle.
yeah,
And the last couple of things, like even even not just the cipher, but some other stuff she's been dropping in her rap and the promo for this battle, I feel like the difference is noticeable. Like she's been leveling up slowly, so I actually feel like this is gonna be a close, good battle.
Yep, it's the only one rounder on the card too. So.
Right.
and if Pain brings that where he wasn't jokey with Gull and he's like that, shit, it could be a long night. So this is one of those battles where it could be either way.
Yeah.
It's
Right.
gonna be who's really locked in. Got to get through the material clean. It can't be no fuck up or nothing. It has to be. This is a night of main event. So this is basically a virtual summer madness right here. So it's like you gotta
Yep.
really, and you're starting the card off too. So you set the tone. So if the tone ain't set, that's gonna be the clear decipher who win the battle. So that's my opinion on that one.
I like that. That's a good. I like
Jack said, "Do what you do, sis, but can we get one double entendre?" Just kidding. But I mean, Pain don't really do like double entendres either. If you think about it, like they're both more just like rap. They rap and they have both of them have conviction, and you know, I don't think either one of them really like tries to do like entendres and shit like that. You know?
Yeah.
So I don't really think that's like her biggest worry for this battle.
Yeah, especially for this battle.
Right. It's something she could add in the arsenal, but I don't think that's going to be a determining factor so much in this one.
So what's the next battle?
I think it's him and Lou, right? Pyro versus Liu Kang.
Oh, probably, but we can skip that one.
Yeah, I feel like it's like, oh, I feel like
Dylon.
right.
There we go.
Then it's what Innovate and Rap Rev. Oh my god, this battle's gonna be so fun.
Yeah.
So many. I'm gonna have to take a shot before this fucking battle. Because it's gonna be wordplay all over the fucking place with this
right.
one. Innovate. He coming off the last battle outside, so he gonna be a lot more cleaner, more focused. I wouldn't be surprised if he comes back as the OG Money, because he know what he about to get with Rap Rev. You know, like he said, I've heard people call it the nitty looks of the virtual right now. From what I'm seeing, what people are saying, I'm saying that what I see it as is like the old new school or whatever. Because Rap Rev, he can go there with you know, and pull up the upset. You know what I'm saying? And I know that he gonna make him right up. You know, so this one is gonna be one of those where this is another one that can be either way. If because Ref could pull the upset, but Innovator's like, nah, you got me fucked up.
Right.
I'm more like, so Ref know he got an uphill battle now, but I'm not surprised if Ref pulled that upset.
Right, because Rap Ref has a high battle rap IQ, which I feel like is definitely going to work for him going into it. But just Innovate is just so captivating and has a way of just like neutralizing his opponent. Like no matter what they do, it's like it's crazy to see. So
yeah, that battle's gonna be fucking something else, man.
Right. I feel like it's one you're gonna have to rewatch before you even try to like pick a winner. You know what I mean?
Yep.
That's just fire.
All right. So what do we got next?
Well, next is me and D Money.
You and D Money.
I feel bad because I'm here, you know, like
Yeah, you don't
you don't have to like. I don't care what if your real opinion is that he might win.
no,
I
fuck
won't
that.
feel a way about it at all.
Yeah, give you.
I'm interested. I'm interested to see this shit. I'm interested to see this battle. That's all I'm gonna say.
There
Cause,
we go.
cause how Viral did in the last battle against Innovate, it shocked a lot of people. And not
Right.
too many people you could say like, oh damn, crowd got D Money pulling the upset over Innovate with the back and forth this and this, cause they both was choppy on both sides, but fuck all that. Like and with Pablo, what I see with Pablo, like motherfuckers kind of sleep on Pablo, and Pablo been around a long time. Not to say that because I'm up here, it's like, bro. And I know D Money, even though he's doing classic D Money, the whole rollout, he know what the fuck he finna get into, and he can get into that pocket. So that's another battle where it's like, oh shit, I'm just ready to see that one.
That's what I was saying. I wish it was like tomorrow, bro. I'm fucking ready to go.
I can't wait to see this.
Right. But
Oh,
that is kind of a fact, though, that you said. Like, I feel like it kind of works in my favor that people do sleep on me a lot, and you know, I feel like some people, this might be their first time even seeing me battle, and I feel like that just is like an advantage, kind of like the shock factor, surprise aspect of like let him sleep, bro. Like I feel like that works in my favor every time. It's like, all right, he's gonna keep falling for the okie doke every time. But yeah, it should be. It's gonna be a good one either way. I hope. I hope this is the best team money we've ever seen. So. And he said he lost his last battle. He fighting for his life. I mean, I hope.
Oh yeah, He went up one and went down one, so it's like, yeah. And I saw that battle 5 or 6 times, so I'm like, yeah, man, he got you on it. He got you on that one, man. He got you.
And I did see Rat 10 Rack posted a thing like who was the performer of No Days Off, and it was like between Emmy and Latin Pain, but I had to vote for Emmy, just like performance wise. I felt like he did a little more. I think, you know, people are trying to take some of the like Wi-Fi choppiness. They're trying to like put it on Emmy like he wasn't clean, which I'm like, no, he was performing clean. But
if you can hear the person's rounds, and this is the rule online, if you can hear the person's rounds still, then the choppiness doesn't take away nothing.
And you could still hear.
You can't hear anything, like because that's even like with any kind of audio, any visual online. If you can still hear the person clear, no matter what, then that doesn't take away nothing. Now, if it was a situation where shit was all over, like me and Kid Dangerous, for example, how shit was just all over the ground, then that's different. But in me, I heard it clear, like, and I even did my review recap on my channel for both them battles and all that. That's my opinion. I watched that shit, and I'm critical. And it's like, not to take away what D Money did. D Money, it's the first time I saw somebody drop a motherfucking trailer.
Right.
If that ain't a fucking moment, and then he stepped up the right for him too. So, but yeah,
That's true. It was last minute. It was last minute. I didn't know that till like after the battle. Yeah, that was last minute.
Yeah, that shit was fire. But then we got Loso versus Clip, bro. Oh my god.
Crazy. Another battle that's like, fuck, how do I call this shit?
Right.
Loso pissed about that Danny shit. The only thing with Loso just got to get through his shit clean. He can't have no. They got to get like, and I know because Clip, even ever since our battle, Clip has been on one. Like Clip showed why he's that Mount Rushmore. He battled Jay Wonder blindfolded. Each round was crazy. Then he goes into the next battle. It's like Clip is like, y'all got me fucked up. I know I'm gonna hear a lot of different language bars and shit like that. I can't wait if they go that route and just the whole history, this and this. And this is another one just like the NO rap battle. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna come down to who wanted more. So it can't be no slips on either side and shit. Because the rookies is speaking right now. They talking they shit right
now. That's a fact. That's a fact. But my thing too was like with Clip is he has so much experience with 3-round battles, and Loso doesn't. Yeah, that's kind of what made me, lean towards Clip in this battle.
Right.
But
same way. I feel the same way.
Yeah,
that experience factor.
Yes.
Social, like when you, and that's what I'm saying with NO too. Going back to that, with NO, that experience factor. Because you know how to, you know how to neutralize. So the other person, like if they know what they're up against, but it's like, are you in that environment to go the whole 3?
Yes,
right. Especially if you battle somebody that's been online and offline.
Yeah.
So that plays a major factor. So for that person, they just got to make sure that they're on their shit. With with Clip, like Clip got a lot of his advantage right now. Like he's been outside, he's been on, and he's got that veteran. He's got that veteran. He's got that on his side. So with Loso, he can't just do what he normally does going into this battle, or it's lights out.
That's
agreed.
That's the same thing I said. He can't do that all 3 rounds with Clip. But I also did point out, like, one thing with Clip. I was saying sometimes his like transitions from when he like ends one scheme to a next is like a momentary pause of like all right, so there's like a second delay where like you can note, like I started to notice it, and I was like, if he just tightens that up a little bit, the transitions in between. And the same thing with Loso, like you were saying, sometimes he'll like stumble over a word, but he doesn't like stop though. Like even if he stumbles, he keeps going. So I feel like in a battle like this, it is gonna come down to like little intangible stuff like that, like the smooth transitions or the whoever's cleaner and stuff like that. I really feel like it's gonna come down to that.
Yeah. Agreed.
But yeah, it's fire. I can't wait for that one.
Yeah, shout out to Jack.
I keep forgetting this battle's on the card. Rio Nkosi versus OG Capri.
Yeah, I keep forgetting that too, man.
Man, I just covered that shit this morning.
That's such a fucking wild matchup.
Right.
OG, man, you better come in here mad as a motherfucker for what happened, bro.
Yeah.
We in the point now where I don't know about anybody else, but all my shit count back, whether it's one day in person count. Hey man, I need you to battle today, right now. If you go in there any lackluster, it count against you. So I covered the incident at the trenches. Man, if you don't come in this battle mad than a motherfucker, man, proving a point, Rio gonna have a field day with this shit. He might come in there as veteran Rio. Like
that's a fact.
And like people say what they want to say about Rio. I say this all the time. Like he's on my mind. Like he's the foundation, damn it. Like if Rio gets into that bag like he was in that second round against the Bismarck and just like the other shit, classic Rio, it's a long night for OG, especially with what just happened and shit. Now with OG gonna take that and apply that and adjust to it. Now it's like, all right. So, and I'm leaning more toward the vets on this whole card because I want to see what they do. Because this is a night of main event, so you can't go in, like with Clip, like his breath control, like he know what he got to do. With Rio, he already know what's up. 3 rounds of that shit, it's like, bro. So OG got to fight. He got to fight. He can't go in there thinking, oh, this I'm finna now, especially after what happened. Nah, bro, you better go in there with your back against the wall and fight out that fucking corner, if anything.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, because this ain't like the Latin Pain battle was cool, but it's like, all right, you gotta level up from that. And then shit in the trench, you gotta level up. You just got another angle of with Rio. He just went through his fire. Now he's killing shit. He's showing y'all why he's this. So I'm leaning more toward the veteran side on this. So it's
Right, like I was breaking down his bars for the crisis shit, and the way he put some of that together was fucking insane to me. I feel like a lot of people missed like little intricacies and stuff, or just weren't getting certain lines. But I said that I was leaning more towards Rio. It's almost like I feel like Capri's biggest strength is like his energetic performance, and I feel like there is a lot of people that will kind of like cater more to him just based off that, just off the energy alone and stuff. But bar for bar, I feel like he's definitely got to like level up a little bit if he's going to hang in there with Rio for 3 rounds. You know?
And see, this is another thing too. If Rio brings that energy he have with the freestyles he does, and he's like kind of like that second round against Innovate, and then like the old like how he was against that. If he brings that energy on top of the bars,
right. Because sometimes the writing's so fire, but he'll just like miss the smallest like inflection at the right point that if you hit it with the right energy would literally just bring it to the next level because the writing's fire. But yeah, just if he comes in with that energy too, it could be a long night.
But I don't know, man. I think OG Capri got something to prove, and I think, but I don't know, man. That's a tough battle to fucking call.
Yeah, that's a fact.
That's a tough battle to call.
OG coming there, going blazing, especially y'all got me all the way fucked. We might see OG on some other shit. This battle, he gonna. Yeah, he might pull an upset too, but I'm leaning more toward the best on this because I want to see what they gonna do, especially after the church shit. But I agree wholeheartedly.
Yeah. Now
the main event.
Seizure
versus ME, bro. What the fuck?
An ME main event. That's go.
Fire.
I battled both of them too. God damn. Shit.
Now who's the vet here? Seizure's got to be the vet here, right?
I would assume, right?
Yeah.
If we're talking virtual.
Yeah, if we're talking virtual, it's got to be Seizure.
Right. Because the same thing with like me and D Money, like I've been battling longer than him, but if we're talking virtually. Like virtually and shit, I'm sure he'd be considered that. So.
Right. So
he with Seizure, he just can't have no dry spots. He can't get tripped up or nothing because he hit with MB,
no phone issues.
Yeah, no issues with the phone. No, he can't be up there. Oh man, none of that. With MB is. He diabolical, bro.
Right. He's
on a different wave right now, too.
Right.
Like
he's way too comfortable that if you look uncomfortable at all for any reason, it's gonna start to look bad.
And then the defense too. That's another thing. Like Seizure got prepared for the defense too, and all of that. And I know because MB defense is back of it too, especially when you pull out the trash can, big trash though. So it's gonna come down to who whoever slip first, that's who lose the battle, bro. This is main event for a reason. You know what I'm saying? So
it is, exactly.
2 years on my third, we neck and neck.
I'm glad they got the main event spot. I'm glad.
Oh yeah, I would hate to be waiting all night to bat. I don't even like that shit for real. It's like you missed. I can't even watch the card because I'm so focused on like pacing back and forth, waiting to battle and shit.
But nah, I'm saying because they deserve it. Like
no, I know. I'm saying
like Emmy just said,
fire for them, right?
Emmy just said, I've been battling for 2 years. This is my third virtually. So him and Seizure, they're both veterans equally. Like they
neck and neck. Then Matter of fact, the first time I saw Emmy, that got me watching his battle because I know Seizure was on Undiscovered Gems too, and he won that. I see MB the first time I watched MB was solidified or worse. So they around the same. Oh yeah, this gonna come down to who won it more.
Right.
Whoever slipped first, it's over. That's one of those like you got because MB diabolical. He calculated. Seizure, bro. I'm gonna be drunk by the time this battle
over. Yo, I'm telling you, man, Seizure, like the way he writes is different, bro. Like he the way, I don't know, it's hard to explain the way he writes, but it's different than the way other people write, and the way he spits it. He's got his own fucking
cadence and shit.
Yeah, like, and it's
But
rapid
also
fire.
a lot. I was just gonna say a lot of it is like momentum based. Though.
Yeah, it
so
is.
If
it is.
That's why I feel like a lot
if
of
he
them are
loses
saying
momentum,
if you lose a steam, if there's a stumble or something, the same thing with B Magic. That's where it's like anytime there's like a slight stumble and he has to run it back a little bit, it hurt. The reason it stands out so much is because the flow and momentum, like the whole round is based off the flow and the momentum. So any slight stumble to get back on the rhythm, it feels like it's like so jarring because it's momentum based. And I feel like from what we've seen from ME, a lot of it is like he's more like smooth and like kind of like moonwalks into the punch, kind of, you know, while he's rapping too, but it's not so rapid fire to the way I almost feel like ME could, even with like a slight slip, he could still kind of like swag his way out of it looking like it was like choppy, kind of.
Yeah.
The way Caesar delivers if there is like a hiccup. So
yeah. So who do you got for? Did you pick a winner for that one?
I mean, it's I don't even know, man.
No, I'm talking to.
No, but I'm saying for him, like, even call it is like.
But yeah, so yeah, we only got a few minutes left. So Jack said before we go, Pyro, can you hit us with a couple throwaway bars? There's still a month left. You probably don't have throwaways,
right? Or I mean, it don't have to be for that battle, I guess. Just like
if you want to rap, if you got something,
or like maybe one of your favorite bars from one of your battles or something, you could something like that.
You don't, no pressure. You don't have to, man.
Right. Just throwing it out there.
I know sometimes the motherfucker don't feel like rapping.
Right. Like if you ask me right now, I'd be like, what? Rap right now? What the fuck?
So Quantum, damn, what the fuck did I say to Quantum? I say, I'm hinting at this bitch quitting this jackass knew the horsepower from each firearm had a kick to it. He knew something was afoot when I had a leg up on him, thinking he 10 toes down, but I kneeled because the orange strong with the shot. Showed Quantum I was hip to it. Your girl is a psychosexual. She wear a heart on the sleeve. I pet her mongoose when she get me hypnotized like snake charming. Dan Allen sold her intelligence, giving her a stroke of genius. She's a great tool of the scholar, head of her class at giving knowledge. That's brainstorming. My etiquette's adequate. Air Frank's adequate, average spit, savage spit, accurate and spasm bits, play devil's advocate, God moves like a travel kid. This multiverse of madness like an acid trip, play possum, paralyzed pressure points, paraplegic, per pin power, per postmate, postpartum, pushing P, poppy, physics, passing pyro, probably, possibly, preposterous.
Oh my fucking God, bro. And he's not number one. He's not number one right now. Y'all bugging, bro.
Yeah,
that was fucking insane.
Come on.
Oh God.
I'm gonna put Pyro's Cash App in the chat one more time. Y'all hit that if you can.
I'm have to spin the block on that battle too after him. Oh my fucking God.
That's one of my favorite. Man, Quantum had me nervous than a month. Not saying all my other opponents, because each one of them was challenging, but he had me. Like, I remember telling 40 bars I was talking about. She said, congratulations. If you want to fucking win, you're going to have to practice your compound and do this and do. Man, I scrapped all that shit I had.
Right.
This is going to get it.
Nah, some of that shit was flawlessly put together. The fucking knew something was a foot, like the 10 toes, that like everything led into the next part. So like, you know, sometimes you'll have like one part that's like, oh, this transition is so good, but then to keep it going the way you did for so long was fucking, that was like 10 out of 10, bro. Like,
Yeah.
immaculate fucking writing, bro.
I'm glad you spit that. I watched that battle the other day though, because I was, you know, rewatching a lot of your battles, and a couple of them I hadn't seen. So I definitely, I didn't. There was like one or two that I didn't get to watch, but I did rewatch most of them over the last week.
If you haven't, you should definitely go. Like we said,
Definitely.
the playlist is it's there for you, so you can definitely just scroll through and start getting caught up on some Pyro battles.
Yeah, and if you want, you can either just watch. He has a playlist with just the battles, and he has a playlist with his whole battle rap career in chronological order, which is fucking amazing. But before we get up out of here, Pyro, is there anything you want to shout out or anything you want to promote?
I appreciate everybody. I got some more interviews coming up. Got one interview, Smoking with the King, Wednesday. Shout out Smoke. I got fucking the interview I did with Truly dropping. Then I got a radio interview that they're airing Friday.
Oh shit! So you got 3. Damn.
Yeah, he's on a little press tour right now.
Yeah, he's on a little press tour. But I'm glad that like we started this with the interview and then it turned into more of a conversation. But my bad. Go ahead. Continue. You got 3 dope interviews. Anything else coming up besides the Never Forget battle? You said you have a couple more in September.
We setting up. We trying to get the Danny battle on Battle Rap Bodega, a joint collab, and then the tournament, and then I got the battle in December. I'm trying to get on that Beauty and the Beast card too. We're trying to see which one of them women want to step from the mainstream and get their eyes blacked in the ring real quick.
Damn.
So trying to make history this year. So then I got some new music on the way. Switching back to the R&B side. So, but yeah, I'm booked up doing interviews and all that. That's basically it. Shout out to everybody who rock with me. Shout out to everybody in the comments. Thank y'all for having me, man. Stay tuned.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
Thank you for coming up here, man. We appreciate it. We look forward to your battles coming up, man. We will be tuned in for all of them.
Likewise, salute. Thank you. Y'all hit that cash app too, man.
Hit that cash app. Let me put that back up. Hit that cash app. Someone better hit that shit.
No, I'll hit him off a little something.
Damn,
get it started, you know.
Yep, there we go.
But
and I cut anybody off. And if y'all got anything, if y'all also too, y'all, I do flyers and shit like that too. So if y'all want like a little flyer or something promote, I do those too. If y'all need something done or whatever, or if y'all got something y'all want me to react to, let me know. I'll cover this shit. Trying to get the channel back in its glory and shit. I punch on everything, including myself, but I love to have fun too. That's what I do.
Right. That's what it's about, man.
That's what it's about.
Right. I feel like sometimes people, if they just like come across me, while I'm like just punching on something, and if that's the first time they hear me, like, well, like fucking this asshole, because of like just the way I'm saying it and the Boston tone and shit.
Yeah,
but it's like
that happened to me.
For the most part, like we're just like having fun with it and shit. Like, you know, I feel like the more people see of me and stuff, like, oh, okay, maybe I kind of understand it more now. But
yeah.
But it's dope. What I don't know if you noticed, I took the one of your album covers, it was like the orange one where you're sitting on the throne or whatever, and
Iron Throne,
right. I blended that into the like lettering of this episode. That's what those colors are and shit. You know,
that's fire.
I tried to.
Yeah, for the thumbnail of the episode. Right. Yeah, that was.
I just figured out how to do that type of shit. So
that was dope.
I saw it. Real quick too, like with my albums and stuff, like because I got like the discography in order, and I'll post the order of them because I'm telling the story. You know what I'm saying? And like all of my albums is like the cover art. I'm big on symbolism too, so it's that's just how I look it out because I love concepts and shit, and then it gives the listener or the fan supporter a better listening journey. I'm gonna get more into that Wednesday, Lord Say the Same too. Like it gives the viewer like, oh shit, you can put yourself in them shoes. It's like one
Right.
long ass relationship, but then in the end, it's like, all right, cool. Where the new era is like, okay, I'm older now, I'm gonna be 40, and now I'm a star, and I got this shit, but I don't want to give too much away on that. But I got no choice. Y'all quit blowing up my phone asking me.
This was a fire episode, though.
It was a very dope episode. It was a very dope episode from beginning to end, even before Pyro came up, and then it got even better when he came up. So it was a very, very dope episode. Man, we appreciate you for coming up here. Everybody go subscribe to his channel right now. Hazy has posted it in the chat a million times. So definitely go subscribe to his channel. He's got music. He's got battles. He's got everything on there. So definitely go check him out. Pyro, thank you, man. We appreciate you, brother. Good luck in your battles, bro.
Thank y'all for having me. Salute to y'all too. Likewise, blessings.
Salute, bro. Have a good night, man.
You too, blessings.
Peace. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So that, I hit Pablo up at like 5:30, and I said I have a feeling this episode's gonna be dope as fuck.
Facts. That's a fact.
He's like, I do too. I was like, yeah, I don't know why. I just feel like it's gonna be one of them ones. And it was.
Yep.
And it was. And I actually really enjoyed the beginning part where we experimented a little bit with like the just talking shit, and like, we had some time to play around with, and it was it was dope. So yeah, man, great fucking episode, and congratulations again to Pablo Picante for being the winner for this week. I think I know who I'm gonna give MacTowns to, but I'm gonna discuss it with Pablo first, and then we'll make a decision. So yeah, man, this has been Unscripted Logic episode 25. Dope fucking episode for episode 25, man. So
do you want to ride out with like Oompa Loompa?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Yeah, it's gotta be Oompa Loompa. Shout out to Pyro, man.
Yeah, it was dope. All right, you ready?
Yes, sir. Let me. Oh, there it is. Yeah.
Yeah. This dude's a fucking joke.
Thank you, Jack. That cover art.
Loser, the money's through. You gonna lose and there's nothing you can do. Oompa Loompa, 4'2". Put money on the floor and I'ma leave with that too. Is he really from Philly? All I know is I get busy. I really pop a willy. Dynamos, bitch, not even close. Bullets the size of McDonald's fries. Nah, I got a Whopper on the side. Just like you wanted ice cream, cause the machine is broke. This what you wanted, right? Look in his eyes, telling you for you don't wanna ride. You don't wanna fight. Yeah, his body, I'ma call it a night. So kiss tree the longer night. I got the largest knife that y'all ever saw in your life. You too obnoxious. Why is this dude always talking? We saw you boxing, so why are you getting toxic? I'ma leave him leaning like a bottle of hypnotic. You betrayed your goddess. Yes, the D is for dishonest. It ain't money, but you ain't got none in your pockets. I hit pockets, I hit licks up in Boston. I use money to buy product. You just a byproduct. My stock will skyrocket. Yeah, off these rhymes, I profit. This nine's like his site. I cock it. If you want it, I got it. You get tagged, but you not it. You not it. You lukewarm, I'm skywalking. You suck, my shit giving goosebumps. I poppin', dummy. My shit cerebral. You evil, I see no. Don't hear none of your weak flows. No. Pray to God like Cino, put money down like casino, get murdered over Casino. Kaiser Soze, I get money by the boatload. This machine gun will spit quicker than Loso. I'm Dolo, partner up with Yo-Yo, you teaming up with your fofo. If I link up with a fofo, but let's go right through your Volvo. 38 with Volvo, bang bang, oh. I'm a lord of the brain, do the size of Frodo. Get hit with a judo flip like why you step in my dojo. Nah, you ain't posted up in no mansion. Have my goons run through your house like Manson. From flipped up in a Corleone to Samson. One hit and you gone, viral like dancing. But a pen is undeniably fire and they can't deny it. To do anything to discredit the man behind it. Try to cancel me, just like a Karen crying. The man with a can never can't say this like a clan of tyrants. We rooted for you when we saw this man at the riot. See, I can give him his flowers, you just fine and dandy lying. Try to knock me down, bitch, here I stand a giant. Leave your arm in a sling, this ain't David and Goliath. Weirdo, you have zero chance of surviving. I'ma call your bluff like the man in compliance. I need money, you drop singles, no one buy it. No, I don't respect you in the slightest. Every time a deadline is up, I gotta do realignments. Remarkable with that line, man. R.I.P. to Midas. Rest in peace, cause the real ones always die. I'm tired and trying not to resort to violence. I find them, I'm firing, I'm vibing, I'm driving, I'm hiding from them sirens. This that OG pain, nigga 2v2. I'ma do me, you can do you. Shout out to 10 rack, truly too. This Oompa Loompas coffin size. 2x2, 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 2x2. You don't wanna miss out. Never forget 5. So get your tickets at Eventbrite. September 20th. You're gonna wanna watch it live. Murder this munchkin in front of your eyes. Body of the night. This midget's fucking dead. Fuck you.
Fuck you. Yo, why you stepping my
Fuck
dojo?
Oh my god.
That shit, yo.
Right. Just have fun. That's what some people understand. That's in the room. Well, the bar, but then I'm at work and everyone's walking around going,
yeah.
Like, come on.
Yo, man, that shit was hilarious. You the size of Frodo.
Gotta make it more.
With a judo flip. Why you stepping my dojo?
Right. To me, it was a lesson on virality. Like, you want to go viral, you got to make it universal to go viral.
Yeah. Nah, that shit was
too insular. Have fucking quadruple entendres if you want everyone and their mother to listen to it. Like, you know.
Facts. Yo. But on that note, we're gonna get up out of here, Pablo. It's been another fucking amazing episode.
Facts.
Another one. 25 down. A bunch more to go. More to go. We ain't going nowhere. On that note,
wait till you hear this D-Money material.
God damn, I cannot wait. I can't fucking wait. I haven't even heard most of it. Like, I've only heard a little bit. So
facts.
But yeah, man.
Mad at me now, but
yeah.
A lot.
Oh shit. But yeah, man. So congratulations to Pablo Picante one more time. And on that note, it's been Unscripted Logic episode 25, Social Assassin, and
Pablo Pickasso.
And we out this bitch. Peace.